IT Park, malapit lang, malapit.
Yeah, 5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay. Bye, sabi mo, well, bye from Cebu. So there, we're headed to IT Park for midnight snack. Guys, it's midnight here in Cebu and I'm just gonna go out to get a quick midnight snack. But what's interesting in the markets right now is we are seeing a global bloodbath brought about by what Trump is doing and the tariffs that he is placing in China. We are seeing the Dow Jones drop before our very eyes. So what's interesting about this is the Psei has been falling already for quite a number of days. Large candlesticks have been looming. Price and momentum oscillators are still showing that the market is down, is dropping, that the trend is still down, that the market is still breaking down as well. Plus, you add this movement in global markets, it's gonna add a larger bearish sentiment in the markets as a whole. So this will, you have to remember this, the trade war between China and the US is gonna just escalate further until it possibly gets resolved. But this will dampen their economy as a whole. You will the tariffs that will be placed in China will relatively hit a lot of their industries, and of course China is retaliating. China will retaliate. It will slap more tariffs also on US products, and you will just see them go back and forth. But while this is happening, you will see a large bearish sentiment in the markets. If should there be any movements upward, it will just be generally, in my perspective, it will be bounces from oversold levels. But the general sentiment, especially in the Philippines, is that we are oversold still. We are oversold and we are in a downtrend, and as long as we are in a downtrend, I don't think that we can have any semblance of reversals yet. I mentioned this in a Facebook post, and I mentioned this a while ago in the seminar that I did for FWD, that as we are dropping, as we are in a downtrend, as we have no signs of reversal yet, if we hit around 7,200 this morning, 7,200 is a level that a lot of people have been begging as a support level. However, here's the thing, if we don't bounce from that again, I believe we can challenge 7,100, and if 7,100 does not hold, we can possibly for the first time go below 7,000 once again, and we will hit 6,000 levels. If I remember it properly, this is a level that the last time we've been at this level was around 2016. So it's interesting to see how the markets will react based on this news. It's interesting to see how the markets will react also based on a lot of the selling sentiment that we are seeing as well. So please remember this, movements like this happen, news items like this happen, and this causes a lot of selling. That's why I mentioned over and over again that the trend is your friend. If the market is bearish, you stay away from it. If the market is in a downtrend and you are a position trader, pretty much do not catch the market while it's falling. Do not catch falling knives. Do not catch a bearish market, no matter how cheap it looks, until there's a reversal pattern. You just stay away. You keep away. You try to find other areas to invest. That's why I've been enjoying cryptocurrencies, Ethereum in particular, because it gives me a chance to trade the volatility, and it gives me that sense of action still that is not there in the Philippine market and in US markets in general. Now again, I've mentioned this over and over in videos that I made, that if you're an investor, of course, by all means find cheap stocks, but again, as long as they're cheap, it doesn't mean that they'll go up quickly. It gives you a good chance to position, but you better think about the long game. But because as of this point in time, we haven't had any signs of reversal yet. Again, I repeat, if there will be any reversals, the biggest chance of a semblance of a reversal will just be because, or any movement upward will just be because we are oversold. But other than that, we have no indication yet. So get your popcorns on, put your popcorns out, and let's see how how low this Dow Jones can go, how low can the US markets go as well. I'll try to make more updated videos as well on what's happening to individual stocks, no. But in general, please take note of this, that the PSEI is still expensive at 18.67. It's cheaper than where it was last May. However, it becomes more relative because peers in our region also have become cheaper as well. And with this risk off sentiment that we are having, people would, I think, stay away from equity. People or larger investors are staying away from equity first in a general global perspective until the dust settles. And you do the same as well. You follow your convictions, you follow your technique, you follow your timelines, you follow whatever buying and selling parameters that you have as well as you start trading the markets with conviction. Because at the end of the day, the market is all about buy low, sell high. So your advantage now is as the market starts to drop, as the market gets cheaper, you now have a good ideology that, hey, you're buying it at a cheaper price. Now you just have to time it when the market stops from falling. Again, you don't have to buy at the bottom. You don't actually have to look for where the bottom is. You just have to come in when indicators from fundamentals tell you that it's relatively cheaper already, or technicals are showing you good reversal patterns. But sit back, relax, enjoy the show. You don't have to panic. You don't have to base your trades out of fear, but you just have to just trade based on your conviction. Alright, so I'm flying back to Manila tomorrow, but before that, I'm gonna view the Mactan Airport again. If for those who followed the older videos, you saw me in the Mactan Airport, I think 2 or 3 months ago, where it was still dusty. It wasn't relatively done yet. So tomorrow will be exciting because I think it's almost done already. They inaugurated it already. So we're gonna see the progress. We're gonna see what's gonna happen. If you have questions regarding Megawai, you have questions regarding any of our listed stocks as well, comment below. We'll try to make more videos about it as well. So this is Marvin Guillermo from Cebu. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna have midnight snack. I'm gonna try to find a place where it's open at midnight near the Ayala Center area. Everything's relatively close, but we're gonna walk. We're gonna see. We're gonna try to find a good place to eat. So that's it for now. Thank you so much to FWD who hosted me, gave me a good talk as well here. So I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. Marvin Guillermo from Cebu City. See you all again soon.
Sa
IT Park, malapit lang, malapit.
yeah, 5 minutes lang.
5 minutes, okay. Bye, sabi mo, well, bye from Cebu. So there, we're headed to IT Park for midnight snack.